And we're rolling.
You were right, champ.
Surprise, surprise.
Don't jinx it.
What the bloody hell happened there? Shut up. Great stuff.
Hello and welcome to On the Offensive, weekly sports podcast. I am one of your hosts, Perso. With me, we've got Ace.
Hey, how you going?
And Carney.
Good evening, everybody.
Now, I requested to do the intro today based on the results of the footy tips, but we can get to that a bit later. First, we're going to discuss a little bit of sports. Where should we start? UFC?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Can we?
First up, we'll just give a quick nod to Rory McIlroy. I think I did predict that one, that he would take out the win at the Masters there in a sudden death with Justin Rose.
I was going to say that to you. You called that. You picked it like a filthy nose, you dirty dog. And Rory's first one, what an emotional moment when he collapsed onto the green there on the playoff hole. That was unbelievable.
And he almost lost it. I was worried there for a moment because I was wrong about old Jay Rose because he normally chokes at the end, like he starts off strong and then drops off. But he actually had a very good tournament, almost won.
Maybe it suited him being a little bit behind on that final day. I mean, a little bit. He was quite. I mean, Rory sort of had it in the bag. Anyone you talked to, it was going to be between him and Bryson, and then Bryson sort of choked his way out of it. He shot a 3 over or something.
Someone must have sent him the emoji.
Yeah,
it's in the bag.
People in Northern Ireland must have been sending the bag emoji around, and they nearly fucked it. See what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I call Bryson Rochambeau. I think that's a better name.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that was fun.
Awesome.
Moving on to the UFC 314. I only got 3 out of 5 in my main card. I feel really bad actually for not picking Volk, but I'm super happy that I was wrong on that one and that Volkanovski took the win, defeating Diego Lopez by decision. Pretty comprehensively and regained the featherweight championship. Good on Volk.
Good on Volk. How good was that? What a performance! What a warrior! I reckon he won sort of 3 rounds, and the people I was with were all standing around. When it got to that 5th round, we were almost cheering on the run. Going, keep running, Volk, keep running.
Well, I wouldn't say he was running, but he was
but you know what
careful.
I mean. And
he was keeping his lead. Yeah,
he was keeping his lead, and he just kept putting those little jabs away. It was reminiscent of I'm going to show my age here, but it was reminiscent of a very old Georges St. Pierre performance. I think it was against Josh Koscheck.
Oh, that's when he just jabbed. Was that when he jabbed him in the eye for 25 minutes?
Death. Yeah, man, just that jab. He just kept putting that little jab in. That jab was lethal, man, and he just kept his lead and just won it on points with jabs. I thought it was just a fantastic performance.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that fight,
couldn't be happier with the Volk, man.
If you haven't seen that fight, go back and watch it, because if you're wondering what it looks like to get jabbed in the face repeatedly for 25 minutes, then you'll see the state of Josh Koscheck's eye after that fight. But yeah, that's a good little throwback. But yeah, Volk, amazing. Paddy Pimblett, he was the biggest surprise for me. I knew that he was good. I picked him to win, but I didn't think that he would win so dominantly. He almost looked like a professional Muay Thai fighter at one point with that flying knee to Chandler's face.
Oh, it was class. And he looked fitter than I've ever seen him. I heard John Anik sort of mention that Fatty the Batty is gone and he doesn't get fat between fights anymore. He's just stayed fit and stayed focused.
No, he was at the post-fight presser. He's munching on a pizza. And they were like...
So it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
That's even
and someone asked him, like, why do you do that sort of thing? And he's like, fucking lad, nobody's happy with a fucking 6-pack. I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and jacked, you know?
I've seen that, but that was when he said that was a couple of fights ago. I'd rather be fat and happy, lad. This 6-pack really sound. Yeah, he goes, this 6-pack sound, but I'd rather be fat and happy, lad.
Fuck, lad. Fucking Scousers can't get knocked out, lad. Fucking talking about. Oh man, yeah. It's a unfortunate accident, but it's quite funny.
Oh, it's fortunate. I love it.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was a good card.
that's
Another one you talked about, Reyes, who you believe is probably the only man to have beaten John Jones in
right.
history, but didn't get the call for it. And he had a nice little victory there.
I know, like logic-wise, I really should have picked him if I thought that he beat John Jones, but I didn't. Just
Well,
because
you mentioned that.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's just based on Nikita Krylov's resume. Also, interesting with Krylov is that he used to rep Ukraine, but now he's got the Russian flag, so I think he's from the east of the country. But that's a bit of an
that's
overlap
very
with the monthly
interesting.
pod.
Yeah,
so
that's very interesting. Okay,
yeah.
we'll have to
we're gonna have some.
dig into that
We're gonna
a bit
have
more.
we're gonna have a couple of topics in the future that are kind of like overlap on both podcasts. So we'll have to decide which one is more relevant. Keep it in sports or put it in news. But
Yeah, that's a
that
very
card.
interesting one. As same as the Cain Velasquez sort of thing.
Yeah, that was good for the first episode where we didn't know what we were doing and it was all mashed together. But we still don't know what we're doing, but we're slightly getting more organized, I think.
Or what we're talking about, but fucking who cares?
I know. But that's that done. Did you have any other sports from the last week that we can mention before we get into the league?
No, it's probably.
I'm actually really excited to get into the league this week for some reason.
Oh, funny that.
More than I've ever been before in my life.
Should we just do that and just get it over with? Carney?
Yeah. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Let's rip
Tell
off
them
this
why.
Band-Aid. All right. First of all, let's have a look at the tipping and the results that we were able to achieve.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll start with you, Carney.
Yeah.
Yep. You knocked over a big 3. But I will say, honourable mention, you were down and out, mate. You were staring down a barrel of a naught for quite some time.
Did I
for
get
most of the weekend?
Yeah,
You would have been stressing.
Yeah, utterly shocking. If so you had the first game, you had the Panthers, the Dolphins came away with that one. The second game, you had the Dragons, and then to piss me off, you took the Titans. So that's crossed out in there. And then
That's
the
so
Broncos, we all took the Broncos. That was Perso's only miss.
What
you
the fuck,
had
Connie?
Manly.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's your fault. You blew him out of the bonus
Your
points
team
there.
cost me a perfect 8 out of 8 this week.
And you didn't even send him a picture of a bag when they scored a try. You're a dickhead. You also had the bunnies. So at this point, you're on naught.
Yeah.
And we got deep into Saturday evening. By this time, I'm watching the football usually one-eyed. I have to wear a pirate patch or hold one hand over one eye so I can see the TV in one piece.
Is that because you're old or because you're drunk?
It's a combination of the two.
Old and drunk.
It's because he saw an emoji in the chat. That's why.
I'll tell you what, it's a result. It's a result of a alcoholic beverage. Many alcoholic beverages are available that became available on the market, I'd say, a year or so ago, and
Not
they had to
those solo
change their
things.
name. Yeah,
they're good.
goodness me, what a thing! Those are stupid. If you got kids and you feel like you're just having a couple of solos, and oh my god,
What did they change the name to?
Hard rated.
What was it before?
Hard solo.
Oh, I remember the hard solo. So what's with the change?
Well, it looked exactly like a can of solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think you can spend your entire corporate career marketing a drink to kids and then go, all of a sudden it's alcoholic and it looks the same.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's way more fun.
I sort of get the backlash about it with people with the libertarian stuff, and
I think
get
you get it
that,
on
of
tap
course.
at some pubs.
It's
Yeah,
free.
you can.
A lot now. A lot.
They
more.
would have
more,
accidentally sold extra. So great marketing.
Oh,
definitely.
man, yeah,
The marketing is
because
ridiculous.
it got talked about. Like
Everyone wanted to try it.
You know, Hard Solo has to change their name. They were talking about it on Gruen. That it was a thing, baby. And then now but it's taken off, and I tell you, it's good stuff. Anyway, Carney, you got your first win around this time.
It took a while. We got there.
Yeah, it was only $1.43 favourite. So Really, not too bad for you.
Shut up.
Raiders. We all had the Raiders there.
Why did everyone have the Raiders? Weren't they outsiders?
No, they're $1.43. They played Para,
Oh,
mate.
I thought that for some reason they were $2. I
No,
thought
no, no.
they were.
You're thinking of something else. They were. I think you're thinking of the Knights Tigers game, and I went back on the recording, and you were speaking in this manner about exactly that game, and they were $2.22.
I bet I got that wrong as well. Oh no, I got that right.
No, you nailed that one, mate. You came home with a big fat wet sail. You got the last three. You got the Raiders, you got the Storm on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m, and then you picked the Knights, the Tigers rather, against the Knights in Newcastle.
Man, that's dreadful. That's so bad.
Would you get 3
There
out
were
of
some
8?
weird games.
Some weird games, and it was a strong finish. You got to hang on to something.
Yeah, I'll say that. God damn it.
Perso 7, we've been through that. You only had the one incorrect one, and that was Carney's Dirty Broncos.
And I can't criticise the strategy, Perso's strategy. I don't know what it is.
Well,
7 from 8
mean-
on that round is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like I'm not gonna loudly proclaim, that I've got the best strategy in the world yet. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season. But yeah, so far so good. First time I got 3 out of 8, which wasn't great, but now 7 out of 8. So let's hope that I can keep this momentum going. My goal is to get a perfect 8 out of 8. That would be amazing. But the craziest thing about my strategy is I really don't watch this sport.
That's crazy. That's fucking annoying.
But I mean, if it starts working, this could be the most popular podcast on earth.
Well, I'll
Just
tell you
gamble
what.
on
I'll tell
Go
you
from
what.
22 viewers for 222 or something crazy like that.
Well, we've basically got a maximum of 2 to 3 million because that's how many people in the world actually watch rugby league. But we do have the news podcast as well. So this is a cool thing about this on the offensive. If you only like NRL and sports, you can just watch this one. If you only want to get the news, just catch the monthly one. And if you're awesome, I was going to say mad cunt. I don't know. Can I say that word?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's your fucking pod.
If you're a mad cunt, then you'll enjoy both. But originally my plan was to divulge my strategy at the end of this season. But if it does extremely well, I might actually not divulge it because this could actually turn into something.
I like the sound of that. However, let's not lose sight of the fact that it did start with a 3. It is pumped up to a 7. It's a big promotion, I'll give you that. But it's week 2.
Yep.
Let's not suck each other's dicks.
I actually picked, that's true. I actually picked the Titans first and I changed that to the Raiders. So that was a good switch.
Oh, man. Damn.
To Dragons. Yeah. Oh, you did because
that's
you
next
said.
week, sorry,
you said in the recording. You said in the recording, if this was in Parramatta, I would have had the Eels, but because it's not their legitimate home ground, and it's in Darwin, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
I go with the Raiders, and that was a good switch because they smashed them.
They
Bloody
beat the goddamn piss out of them, and I don't think the difference was Darwin. I think you got away with one there. Perso.
Oh well, that's very rich of you to criticize my strategy there, Ace.
Look, wait till we get to the end of this, and then we'll see if it's rich or.
I know. I think I'm going to crash and burn, but I'm going to enjoy this 7 out of 8 now because this might be the peak of my dumb strategy. But let's keep it rolling, eh?
As you should. Ace had Panthers. I missed that one, of course. The Dolphins. How good were the Dolphins, mate?
Where does that team come from?
What a win!
And
What a
last
win.
week.
What a serious victory. Who had, if you got on Dolphins 13 plus, good on you, big fellow, because you've done yourself very proud. I did say the week before that the Hammer, your favourite name to say in rugby league, Carney.
I like
he tends to get them in multiples. And he did the bookender, the Hammer.
That's his first try, wasn't it, for the season?
No, last week.
Did he get one last week?
Yeah.
But last week was his first try.
Yeah, but he did it
For the season.
early, and then he did it early again in this one, and he's doing it again. He's on now. He usually does this.
Man,
He's
I like him, mate. I
he's
like
a
watching him.
punches in bunches type guy.
Oh, how good! I'm getting ahead of us. I was going to say Luke Brooks' intercept, far out.
Oh fucking hell,
Yeah, let's.
man! My bloody super coach captain was
Ponga.
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
there
it was
was
Kalen
a few
Ponga, and
ridiculous intercepts this round.
what a damn disappointment that game was. Every time it looked like something good was going to happen there, it's like there was an intercept or a knockdown or something. Just never.
The Knights game.
It was horrible. Yeah.
I'm spewing they got that try in the last minute. I want them to go two games without a point, the wankers.
Well, there was a there was a stat during the game from the commentators that they'd scored one try in 200 and something minutes. Jesus.
Was it Newcastle went 17 consecutive losses, eh?
Yeah, they had a really bad trot, but
they went they went a full calendar year without a win, I think. Yeah, they did.
Nah.
Yeah, a calendar year.
No, because we play over a calendar year. We play
but
the season's within a calendar year.
They lost the last 10 games.
Oh, so yeah, right.
And then we had the whole off season.
Yeah, and then they lost a few there.
In a 12-month period.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, I'd believe it. They were awful for a while. But I'll tell you what, they kept filling up the stadium, and like, how many other teams could put up with like such a dire time like that for as long as they did, and still,
I used to get a kick out of the Rabbitohs.
Pack out the stadium. And,
like 2014.
They were into
packed, man. And then they went shit. And then you look 3 years later, there's just no one in the borough.
Yeah.
Where'd you all go?
But also, nobody went through a shocking losing streak. Anything like the Rabbitohs did back in the day, back in the sort of after they got brought back into the comp after 2002, and they just got spoon after spoon after spoon, and they still had people going to their games, people showing up, people wearing their shit. We'll come back, we'll be right. They got a good fan base.
Does old mate Russell Crowe still go to the games?
You don't see it very often anymore.
Didn't he do that gay thumbs down thing like he did in Gladiator once?
Yeah, after Gladiator, yeah.
That's pretty cringy. You notice the camera's on you, you're like, yeah, let's do that. Fuckhead.
Cringe, yeah, you can call it cringe. And he does the book of feuds. And when they were going bad, he used to like sit the team down before a game and open up the book of feuds, and it's like why they've got a gripe with all the other teams. And he had the book of feuds made like covered in dust, so that when he sat the players down and he'd get he'd like blow it off and then open it up and the dust would fly up in there, and he'd go, here's the old book of feuds that had been made a week earlier.
There's probably a bag of rack he was trying to blow to get them to fucking play better.
Well, look, they come good pretty quick after that, and then they won a comp. Glory to South Sydney, says I.
I still like them. They're one of my favourite teams. Bunnies. Yeah, I just like them.
It's hard not to, but people who don't like them, God, they're vehement about it. It's
same with any team. Try being a Broncos fan. Fucking hell.
I got a question.
Deserved
what's the most hated team in the NRL? Is it the Manly Sea Eagles?
It was. It's debatable. No. It's not Bulldogs. No,
well, they've got the shittest reputation for fans.
They definitely have their detractors, but Broncos are a big one. Storm are a big one.
I reckon Broncos would definitely be the most disliked. No one likes the Broncos. I live in New South Wales, and whenever it comes up, what team do you support? Like my wife. She supports 16 teams.
Everyone who plays the Broncos.
She's not on her own.
Wow.
Bloody hell. Everyone. And I'm not that far south of the border. Holy crap.
No, you're right there.
I'm like a fucking leper down here.
Yeah, that's
Wear a
good.
Broncos hat. I just get just people saying,
People throw shit at you.
What the fuck's that on your head? Far out.
Oh, it's a
Give it a
hat, you fucking idiot.
Get heckled and stuff for wearing a
talking about?
shirt. Far out.
That's
can't
so
laugh there,
funny.
mate.
I would say the Broncos.
Oh, that's so good. I'm glad you said that. I really enjoy that.
It's funny though. I encourage it. It's good. It's all
Manly's up there. They know it too. In the crowd, there's a big sign they hold up that says, "Guess what? Manly hates you too." That's great. They embrace it, mate.
I think the Trbojevic boys make it difficult to not like Manly.
It's too hard to hate them anymore. That's old stuff. We could get in that. We could get into that one day. That's old stuff. That's really old. Tommy Raudonikis, the Fibros and the Silvertails. There is, if you wanted to, there's a documentary on YouTube called Fibros and Silvertails that you can look up that goes right into the
that'd be interesting.
The dislike of Manly and the rivalry between Wests and Manly and the western suburbs and Tommy Raudonikis. And it's brilliant.
Remember when we saw Raudonikis at the pub?
Yeah.
The whole rest of the day, everything was just ridiculous. Everything. Oh, man, did you see the price of the beers? They're ridiculous.
I thought he was going to be like, I was like, oh, that's Tommy, you know, I'll say hello, but I don't know, he's going to be a bit standoffish.
No, he's good.
Like, come and sit down, have a fucking beer. Yeah. Oh, we'll get into a shout, mate.
You walked up to him and he's going, "Hey, Tommy, you old cattle dog, you."
I think
literally what you said.
I may have had a few. But how cool was he? Like,
man, that was sick. And then another time at the airport, you and me are in the line, and who was that? Laurie Daly?
Yeah, Danny Badiris and Paul Sirenen.
That was crazy. Just like right next to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm not missing this opportunity. Hey, fellas, selfie.
Bloody oath. And they were great. That was so cool.
They all are.
Well, not all of them. Apparently, Gonzalez is a bit of a cockhead.
Really?
I've heard that from a number of people.
Yeah, I met him once at he was all right. He seemed all right. He was with Anthony Mundine at a hotel I was staying in at the same time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Butch pulled up next to him and Brad Thorne, like back in the day at the traffic lights. Hey, fellas.
Hey, Gordy!
That were good. You know who I did hear was a real fuckwit? Your fucking mate, Jamie Soward.
No, he's a legend.
Bullshit.
No, he's a good bloke. Oh, mate, I've got a video on my phone that proves
he seems like a mild mannered.
He's a good boy.
Nice individual.
Oh, he's a nice young man. He's a leader. He coaches the women's team. Why
did I bring that up? Fucking hell.
He's
pushing shit uphill.
If you had a bloody cup of tea and a scone with him, which I'm sure is his go, I think you'd have a lovely conversation and you'd change your tune, can't he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I just read something interesting.
At the end of the day, he's gotten my money. I've given him my money, so there you go.
That's true.
Do you want to explain why?
He worked in a gay brothel for a bit. I got when for Ace's wedding, I got him a cameo from Jamie. And I got him to say all of our personal jokes that we've been saying for years, and he did it all. It was so good.
He had no idea. It was just like
he even referred to himself as Sow Wow.
Sow Wow.
Yeah, I know you love the Sow Wow.
Yeah, he said, I know you love your Sow Wow. Because I always said we love our Sow Wow, mate. We do love our Sow Wow.
No, because he said it. He said it at a post-match interview once. Oh, the cricket love their Sow Wow.
The fans, he's like, we got the best fans in the comp, mate. They love their Sow Wow.
It's so funny. Oh, he did the pistol, the hand pistol thing. Holy shit. Classic.
Let's go. Yeah, mate, I do love me Sow Wow.
Best $100 I ever spent, man. If I could do that every week. Hey, man, me again. That was classic, man.
Just make him just tell you about his week. Just
that's a
normal
good
stuff.
way if you were like obsessed with someone, like a footy player, to get them to know who you are.
Yeah,
Just
like
every
treat
week.
them like a OnlyFans, like you
Yeah,
like
there's
subscribe to the top tier.
there
But you
would be
have to
people that do that.
you have to tell them you got to refer to yourself in the third person and use the pronoun sow wow.
Imagine that.
Otherwise, he'd block you. You just got to keep trying different people till you find someone who's like, "Fuck it, I'll keep taking this guy $60."
Hey, yeah,
they'd all block you.
I just read something interesting. It says here that the Brisbane Broncos have overtaken the Melbourne Storm to be the most widely supported NRL club last year with 1.3 million supporters.
That's
Oh
hectic.
yes, signed
why they're
up
hated
like
so much.
members and supporters, and definitely do. I mean, they've got a monopoly on a huge area. It's the same as Melbourne. People think Melbourne, but nobody likes Melbourne. Mate,
Everyone
they've got a
loves
monopoly on the whole area.
It's the only,
It's
yeah, it's the
interesting
only team in the
Broncos
city.
have pulled that
And
off
so many
last
people
year.
are from Melbourne. They're living in Sydney. They're like, or they're living in Queensland. They come from Melbourne. They're like, I can't really get like, you know, I've married a bloody Queenslander or whatever. Just the Aussie rules isn't on in my house. I have to take a NRL team. I'll take the local team.
That's an
I'll go with
interesting stat
Melbourne,
for them to
who-
knock over last year when they had an absolute shocker.
Hmm.
That's what
Yeah.
Well,
the
it says
disappointing
it says
ever.
this
but
is from
favoritism. No, yeah.
Fucking oath.
this is from Roy Morgan, but they said that the total NRL supporter base has grown strongly to from a year ago to 7.4 million Australians, up 2.4% from a year ago, who now support an NRL team. So that's good news.
7 million. That's like 25% of the country.
You got to put
Mhm.
that down to Peter Volandis, man. We just, you know, you were just saying earlier that like 3 million people or whatever are only into the NRL. There you go.
I'm going to put it down to Reece Walsh. He's just
So hot.
just so attractive.
Yeah. Well, what about Zach Hosky or Connor Watson?
Not Connor Watson, dude. No
oh,
way.
mate.
There's a couple of
And
players
he's a
I've
rooster
turned
as
for.
well, so you can literally say he's a good-looking rooster.
That's really. He's not even the best looking on the team by a long
Oh, well,
margin.
I mean, that's a difficult team to be in if you're trying to be the hottest.
Who is the hottest rooster? Definitely not Tedesco. He's just a mouth on shoulders. not him. Sorry, Teddy.
Angus Crichton,
Yeah, Crichton.
except for the finger thing. That's too weird.
That's a bit unique.
The missing finger, yeah. Connor's up there.
No, I don't know.
Ah.
No, we're not good gays, I guess. I don't see it.
I know. I know. Yeah, I'm bad at this. All right, so we're going to have to not really go through the games, which is cool. The ones that have been done, that's fine. I will mention the Dragons 38-16 over the Gold Coast Titans. That was good
This is a
stuff.
good win. That was good because Titans
good.
were. They don't look fantastic. They looked terrible last week, but that was a flip of a coin game.
Mm.
And Dragons Dragons look good.
They did need it. They went a lot of I thought Gutho did a lot of sort of decoy work, and it was really clever. Like,
Yeah.
He looked really busy, but I only noticed it because I own him in Supercoach. I was like, oh, nice, another big one from the Gutho, and I opened my phone because I try not to watch Dragons games with my phone too much, and I opened my phone, and then there he is on like 50 something. I'm like, oh, that's a bit ordinary. It's not ordinary. It's good stuff, but you know, for his standards and for how busy he looked. But then when I went back and watched the mini, another shout out to the minis. God, I love a mini. When I went back and watched the mini, I was like, man, they're just cutting him out left, right, and center. He's just Mr. Decoy Man. So I thought they were really good. I was really, really happy with them, and they needed that. They did need it. Even their losses really have only been like by a point. And,
let's talk about that again.
Yeah, but now it doesn't hurt as much, so I probably could.
So is Penrith on their 16th day?
Still haven't won on Aussie soil, mate.
That's psycho.
Wow.
I'd love
It's
to see the
bizarre.
stat behind that one. Last time
Good.
Penrith had 1 from 6 or 5 consecutive losses. Far out.
Yeah, man, you'd have to go back a fair way to get that. I think, wow.
But also considering their recent string of premierships, that's a bit of a shock.
That's insane. But
Mate,
last year they lose 3 games in the whole year.
it's unbelievable, and they're
And
only
now they're-
16th by some for and against, and they're
Now they're
favourites
sitting-
again this week.
What? Oh, okay. I thought you meant favourites to win because they're sitting right at the bottom, just above the
I'm going to
Eels.
keep
But
tipping
same.
them because
Yeah.
then they're not going to win.
That's a good strategy.
Well, they pretty much got to almost already win from here. Like, I think top 4's out of the question for them now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it seems premature to say, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is. It's a lot of winning they got to do from here. I think it's. And then they got Origin that's going to disrupt them. And
Did you
That
just
could work in their favour,
did you just prematurely ejaculate them from the top 4?
I did. Maybe I'm suffering from a bit of that. Yeah.
You're
jumping
thinking
the
about
gun.
Reece Walsh as well.
Yeah, hey, that happens to the best of us. How dare you? That's why I can't watch Broncos games while I'm trying to get in the mood.
Reece Walsh just blows it out of the park.
Yeah, don't say Reece Walsh and blows, mate. We'll have to cut this off for a little while. Cut. Other notable victories from the round. Sorry, Carney, but the Roosters, that was well against the odds.
Do you know what they were paying? That would have been $4.
Yeah, they were $4.95.
Far out, really?
At the
Bloody
time
Roosters.
of recording last week, they were $4.95.
Wow, man.
But I think we did talk about it, and you mentioned that it was like a bit of a danger game. Like, even though you smashed them last time, it's,
It doesn't make sense. Oh, man, I could go into that game 10 times in a row confidently. Oh, it's crazy. It's good, though. This is what I always say every year. I don't want to see the same teams win. I want it to rattle me. And fuck, man, this has been the season for that. That's just crazy.
Well, it's done that. Even some of the results that did happen were like that you sort of even picked them, like Sharks Manly. You sort of even most of the way through that game, it was on a bit of a knife's edge, and you really weren't sure. Garrick was just kicking him from everywhere like he does, and they were just keeping up with him. Yeah, in the 56th minute.
Man, he got that intercept was from like the 10-meter, and he's got to have the shortest legs in the match.
Yeah, he's got some wheels, eh?
Oh, if the field was 10 meters longer, he would have got mowed down, I reckon.
Well, I think that was even mentioned in the commentary by the great Blocker Roach. He's good over 60, but after that he's struggling a bit. He's on the treadmill a little bit, and they were catching up to him. It was
who else had intercepts? I know Selwood had one. There was heaps.
There was a few this week, and there was a
intercepts.
lot of just knockdowns. Like, that could have been one. I think Xavier Coates.
Did Dom Young get one and it got turned
Dom
away?
Young got one that either went over the sideline or turned away or something. Yeah, it was unreal. And then we went on to the Rabbits at Optus Stadium being defeated by the Cowboys. What a comeback from the Cows the last few weeks.
Man, I love that. I'm so happy to see that.
Yeah, I know you are. It's good though. It is good.
Well, they're probably one of the more likable teams because they're a bit of a novelty kind of team. Just
I
the
get
bloody
that.
bogans up in North Queensland. They would surely they'd be up there with fan bases. They've got bloody half of Northern Territory. Like,
they're another team that have just got like a whole area on lockdown. So you would have to think they'd be up there.
Surely
on that list. Have you still got that list in front of you, Perso? You'd have to think that. Yeah,
which list? Sorry,
the Cows, the supporter bases.
Well, then based on that,
you're right.
You'd think the Warriors would have to dominate.
But then, yeah, I know it's funny, but it doesn't seem to just go by like square kilometre coverage, does it? Like, yeah, it's not always the way. It sort of works for some teams and not for all.
Population density in far north Queensland probably isn't that thick, is it?
Not many people up there
Well,
now.
No, but they all like it and they all go for them, and I bet it's just I bet it's under-registered in the Cowboys as well. They probably got more fans that just don't say anything or carry on about it. They're just up there living their lives and loving the cows. How good was Jackson Purdue? Man, what a player that kid is.
What a good name.
I know, another one of these great fucking rugby league names. How good.
It just makes me want to go to the toilet.
Jackson Purdue.
I've got to go. Oh, what do you need to do? Oh, I've just got to do a Jackson Purdue. Oh,
I need a Purdue. I'm going to have to name this Purdue if I don't go.
We'll name him Jackson. Jackson.
I'm going to move on from there. Gracefully to Darwin, to the Parramatta Eels versus the Canberra Raiders. 50. That means your premiership chances are over, I keep hearing.
Damn. They were definitely contenders, old Para. Far out. What happened there? That's crazy.
I'm getting sick to death of hearing that when a team gets 50, no team has ever... You can't get 50 and win the fucking comp.
Well, how many have we had this season so far?
What wait for it to happen. Yeah. I can't wait for it to... Well, the Bulldogs, I don't see it happening to them or Stormies or... Yeah. But I can't wait for some team to do it, like come from the clouds, having had 50 scored against them. I'd like to know what the West Tigers had scored against them early 2005, and they came back in that
Where
season.
did they finish on the ladder in 2005?
Oh, they must have been fourth.
Has there ever been a team that's outside of the top four that's won the
No, I don't think so, no.
I just want to see that.
Yeah,
cool
even that. That's another one. You make the finals, but you're not in the eight. Oh, you can't win it from here. They used to say, no one's ever beaten, eight's never beaten first, and then the Warriors did it to the Storm, and then it happened again the year after with someone else.
Didn't Warriors
made the grand final from eighth, and then Parramatta made the grand final from eighth position, and then they got beat by a team that was not legal under the cap.
That's unfortunate. That actually really sucks.
Yeah.
So that just got an asterisk next to that year.
I know. It's a very, very weird one, and the further I get away from it, the more different I sort of feel about it. I'm really not sure now.
What do you
do? I don't love it.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, you think about who they got. It's not like they bought all these players, and cheated the cap to buy everyone from everywhere. They developed them all, and then they just wanted to keep them, and so they cheated. But yes, other teams have to just fucking suffer, and yes, they did cheat and do that, but they developed every last one of these guys. Like Cam Smith was a kid, Billy Slater was a kid, Cooper Cronk was a kid. They were these, even Greg Inglis was. They brought them all down as juniors, nobodies, and then they just wanted to keep them when they got good. But what a team!
Far out. That whole era was just ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It was stupid. They cheated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but then you think, well, Queensland just kept winning. Like, those guys were that good, but they shouldn't have been on the one team. And, yeah.
That's sort of like the last few years.
It is, but now look at what's happening to them, man. 3 years ago, they won every...
Is it really because of Luai? Far out.
No. Because 3 years ago, they won, like, SG Ball, Harold Matthews. They won the Jersey Flags, and they won the comp. They won everything. They won all the way down. And now this year, I think they're like Harold Matthews' teams won 4 or something, and they're skewing the needle for them anyway. Like all their junior-based teams are not doing well. They're going through something here, and I think it's a result of winning 4 premierships in a row. I don't think in the salary cap era you can keep it up, and it's almost more kudos to them for doing what they did for as long as they did.
But even Cleary,
who else could do that?
Really hasn't done much at all.
Well, he's struggling, and he's had a little bit of an injury as well. But yeah, he's definitely struggling. He's struggling to click with his new halves partner, whoever that's going to be. But that has been moved around a lot as well. It's got like Schneider and Cole and different people. So he's never settled into a rhythm. I'd like to see when we get into the back half of the season and he's settled in with a halves partner there, and things get a little bit more settled down, how they're sort of going, Panthers, if they can make a real good run for a decent place in the finals and then have a good crack. Who knows? They could do it, man. If anyone can do it, it's them.
I sort of also, as much as I don't want to see it, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I love
Panthers,
it.
Far out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be very surprised this year. Oh, particularly now.
But now it'd be great.
Oh, jeez, man, you just wouldn't hear the end of it. Oh, they came from the ashes. Like, yeah, you wankers.
Yeah. So how we got back onto Panthers anyway. So we'll go past, Raiders pumped the Eels up there in Darwin. That was unfortunate. Hopefully they'll start doing a little bit better from here on out. And we move on to the Storm, who we were also just talking about. They pumped the poor old Warriors at Amy Park in Melbourne.
They hit the brakes after first half, though.
Yeah, we were concerned about this and whether they hit the brakes or did Warriors sort of...
Well, it's not the first time they've done it this year either. They just come out and absolutely tear it up. Like, they got 40 points, I think, a few weeks ago in the first half.
They're good starters.
Far out. And then I think they only got 1 try in the second half this week.
Yeah.
They lost the second half to the Warriors.
It's hard to slow down a team with Pappenhausen, and, when they get a bit of momentum.
Unbelievable.
Once they get a bit of momentum going, there's not much you can do, is there?
Wait for half time.
He's got 52 points so far this season, Pappenhausen.
Fucking really?
Yeah, he's kicking goals too. Yeah,
in 5 games.
How many tries has he got?
I'm not sure.
So yeah, he kicked 7 goals in that game. 7 from 7. Poor old Luke Metcalf kicked 1 out of 3.
Oh,
but yeah, all their tries came 54th minute, 74th minute, 79th minute. So even that, like, the scoreboard sort of flatters them a little bit. The Storm's last try was Xavier Coates in the 58th minute, and that was their only try of the second half. Yeah.
That is
But even
insane.
like Grant Anderson scored in the 30th minute.
Had him in a same-game multi. Thank you very much.
Nice. But then that was it until the 58th minute. So it was 10 minutes before halftime they even stopped sort of scoring as well.
Yeah.
It was a bizarre game. Very weird. But they did what they needed to do. I think that's just what the Storm do, don't they? That'll do.
They've always been that good.
Shut up shop now. Not many teams could do it, but...
what's their worst season?
The Storm, when they cheated and they got all their points stripped off them.
They got 0 points that season.
Got the fucking spoon,
Win a premiership and a spoon simultaneously. Well done.
Never been done before.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be done again, but that could easily happen.
Probably.
All right. Sunday evening, afternoon. The Knights 4, the Tigers 20. I've been charitable to teams on this podcast.
I know where this is going.
Mate, the fucking Knights fucking sucked fucking ass.
They're dreadful, man. They're so painful to watch. Bradman Best, like, he's such a good player.
Hell. The best in the game. The best centre going. I've never seen him play like that. Caleb Ponga, fucking inept, just lost. Not getting the ball when he's calling for the ball. They got a fucking hooker playing at halfback. I was joking about Tyson Gamble not being able to play last week. God damn, they'll be happy to have him back this week.
Me
Anything.
too.
We'll
I
do
like him.
anything. We have to. We need a hooker playing hooker. We need a half playing in the halves. We need to stop fucking around with this goddamn spine, and we need to play some fucking footy. It's terrible. It's awful to watch. And yes, I'm scorned by having Kalen Ponga as my captain in Supercoach. He cost me 2 of my 4 leagues. Fucking, they were terrible. And anytime they looked like being any hope of looking good for a second and gaining some momentum, they blew it. A stupid error, a fucking piece of shit penalty to give away. Fucking sin bins, fucking morons, fucking shit, fucking footy, fucking team. Oh man,
That's something we should do.
It was so annoying.
We should keep tabs on sin bins.
Well, there was one each in that game, and it was at the same time. If you remember, they both.
So 12 on 12.
Sorry, just to go back, but Pappenhausen's had 5 tries.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Jesse Arthurs is leading with 8.
Yeah, he just can't. He can't stop going over, man. He just can't stop. He's had an awesome start to the season, Jesse Arthurs. He's a talent,
we got a dragon coming up right behind him. Let me try to pronounce this name. We got Christian Tui Pulotu.
Yeah, pretty good. Chuapalotu.
Nice.
Yep. Chuapalotu. Yeah, he's been awesome. But we saw in the Charity Shield, Sione Finau scored 4 tries on that left edge in 23 minutes. So we knew that left edge for the Dragons was going to be lethal.
Has Daniel Tupou got one this season?
Toops, has he been playing? Don't do this
Surely.
to me. This sounds like your job there, Perso. You're good at that. I'm focused on another game.
I just got the top 25 up here, try scorers.
Brian Toto and Daniel Tupou aren't in that, which is interesting.
Four Storm players on 5.
I don't think Tupou's been playing much footy, mate.
Yeah, definitely. He's been playing.
Tupou's got 2 tries.
Ah, well, that's 2 more than I thought he had.
Yeah, 2 out of 6 games.
There you go.
Right. Good job.
2 tries, 6 games. Oh, yeah, he's played every game. He's been missing.
Well, he's the go-to. He can out-jump nearly anyone.
Yeah, but, mate, he's aging at it. You know, Father Time's undefeated. But I do love me a bit of Daniel Tupou, but... Tupu or Tupou?
Tupou. Let's do that.
If you're wondering who's got the most missed tackles so far, can you guess?
Misses. Or is it a half?
I'll give you a clue. He was part of our discussion on the previous 2 podcasts.
Oh, that narrows it down.
For something kind of scandalous.
Jared Haynes playing again?
Nate Miles.
No. Those guys were on the other side of the glory hole.
Curdy Capewell.
Yep, he's a grand total of 30 missed tackles, followed closely by Reid Mahoney on 29.
But both of those, Marnie, he prefers. Both of those guys, how many fucking tackles do they make, mate? Like, you know, both of them.
I wouldn't think Reid
Mahoney makes heaps. He's a hooker, mate. All the hookers, mate.
Well, apparently he misses heaps.
I think in the first episode I mentioned Reid Mahoney for his
Mahoney
tackle making prowess.
Well, he's not he's not in the top 25 of tackles made.
But he makes a lot, and he's a little bloke. He gets in the way.
Oh no, sorry.
Mate.
No, he does. Sorry, my bad. Marnie is 17th. He's got 207 tackles.
There you go. So that's not that many misses.
Also the most missed.
That's a lot of misses.
Yeah. Do you know who's got the most tackles?
Most tackles would be Cam McInnes,
He's at 5.
Jermaine Hopgood,
He's at 8.
Payne
man.
Haas.
Pain in the ass. He's down at number 25. No, the top 5: Jeremy Marshall King, Blake Brayley,
JMK.
Peter
Hooker.
Mamazelos,
Peter Mamazelos, hooker.
Reece Robson, and McInnes at 5.
I love McInnes.
He's good. He's one of. I love his post-match interviews with his face all bashed in.
I'd like to
every
see where that list would be if it was like a percentage of missed tackles to made tackles, where Cam McInnes would be. I reckon he'd be quite high up there.
Oh, yep.
He makes he doesn't
He's a
miss a
Cronulla
lot.
now, McInnes.
Yeah, I miss him. Yeah,
Still,
I very much miss him.
He looks better in red and
and,
white.
What about most errors?
Player?
Yeah.
Player-wise? Ooh, in the whole comp.
Mm-hmm. We've got 2 tied for 15 at the top.
15 errors.
An average of 2.5 per game.
Who the fuck was it?
Kyle Flanagan.
No, Flanagan's not even in the top 25.
Nice.
It
it's
is
my red and white bias. Ponga.
Tied. Ponga's at 5th. He's got 12 errors. Tied at the top, we've got Reece Walsh and Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Oh, yeah. Mulatalo, wow. Here's another one. Hasn't done fuck. Reece Walsh.
Blokes like Munster make a lot of errors too, but they do a lot of brilliant things, man. Like Reece Walsh, he makes a lot of errors because he tries a lot of risky, cool things, you know.
He hasn't done much this season. He's been pretty quiet.
But he's always been high on the error list, and you know, and I think
he looks good.
That's got a lot to do with it, and he should be allowed to do whatever the goddamn hell he wants.
Agreed.
Yeah,
look like that. Get a free pass for everything.
Free pass. All right, we're going to move on to next week's game and tipping.
Well, just before we go there, can you think of any bunker howlers this week?
Don't start me, mate.
It needs to be addressed. There's so much to talk about. Far
Can you
out.
explain that?
They saved one from the Dragons. I think they went looking for something, and thank goodness they found something, because, I mean, the real howler was from the on-field refs there to not call a 3-meter forward pass.
Mate, the forward passes are getting what are those touchies doing?
And then there's other ones that they go forward. You call them forward and go, mate, you've been letting them go the whole game.
Yeah, and it was flat.
They're flat as.
Dude.
That's fine.
There's been some absolute shockers.
There were
passes.
some.
Just let it go.
Yeah, there were even some horror bunker calls. Yeah, I'm over the bunker. I'm starting to get to the point of like, we get just as many wrong with the bunker anyway, don't we?
But you're sitting on your couch watching it on telly, and you can get a more accurate call. You can do that better than everyone in the bunker.
Yeah,
I can clearly see it on fucking Channel 9. He dropped the ball cold. Nah, he maintained possession. What are you talking about?
And then other ones you're watching and you're like, oh yeah, he sort of hangs on to that and grounds it with his chest. Yeah, that's I'm all right with that. No, and they look at it one time and go, bap, nah, lost it. Yep.
It's just weird, eh?
It's so weird.
I'm gonna guess that a bunker howler is a bad call from the video ref.
Yeah, good. Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, very
I inferred
well done.
that.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. They say that, the bunker's got different angles to what we see and blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying it, mate. I flat out see that someone has, you know, the ball's separated and, you know, they haven't grounded it. Like, I've seen this. I've been watching this game long enough to know that that's not a fucking try. That's a try, just for some fucking reason. Sick. All right, we're just changing the fucking rules now. I can see things.
Do you ever get a bunker howler in your favour?
Oh, yeah.
I think Broncos do.
And that's when it's
everyone does. It's never all good, though. Like, even, I think if you have a look on the show chat from during the Dragons game. I even said on there like I didn't want that. I'm fucking glad.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, that I would have felt shitty getting a try like that. Like
What
Tyrell
about-
Sloan playing quarterback and just fucking tossing it down.
Would you feel
Like,
shitty
you
getting
can't
that
do
try
that.
if it was to decide the game?
Nah, fuck no. Fucking give me it. We deserve it. We've had so many bad calls. Get the hell out of here. Oh, please. That's
But that's
mine.
it. Like the bad calls generally balance themselves out. You get some,
Yeah, they
you
do.
get some against you, you get some for you.
Oh, there are other games that I could be watching, right? And then that happens, and I may even in that moment go, and we say we get the try, it doesn't get called back, and we get a howler in our favour. And then I might be at home going, oh well, fucking good. That's fucking one, or they had two, blah blah blah, But it's wrong. It's not the right way to be. But as a fan. You just can't help yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's how it goes. But speaking of the Dragons, they'll be playing the first game this weekend.
Oh, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow eve, and it's the Dragons versus Manly Sea Eagles.
Oh, don't do that. Fuck. I haven't even looked at. I'm dead set. Haven't looked at the draw this week.
So it's $1.56 for Manly. It's in Manly at Four Pines Park in Sydney.
That's
Was that just a disclaimer, Carney? If you get another bad run, you'd be like, "Oh, I didn't even look at it."
It's every week. It's
mate, I need all the help I can get.
It's 50. Listen to the recordings, mate. There's disclaimers all over the place. It's never his fault. He's the footy Mitch.
I've got a new strategy. I think Dragons are going to win, but I'm going to tip Manly.
Okay.
And I'll just do this for every game. So I said I thought they were going to win.
Oh,
is he going opposites?
Are
you going opposites?
Yeah. So now you're always right.
I'm just going to cover every team. I think every team's going to win, but I'm going to tip the opposite of what
I'm not sure I put us up to date, but our tips so far for the year. So, Carney, you're on 7 with your 3 and 4.
Jeez,
Perso,
that hurts.
You're on 10.
You.
And I'm on 10. I've had 4 and 6.
Yeah, this is going exactly how I expected.
It's early days.
Shut up.
So, with that in mind, Carney, you will have Manly, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
$1.56 favourites. Man, what a fucking surprise. Perso, who would you like to...
Stop! Fucking hell.
I'm gonna jump on board with you, Ace, because I assume you're picking the Dragons.
I am. I was sort of hoping to be killing a free spinner there, but yes, I'll be picking the Dragons.
My strategy says Dragons.
Oh, it's working in your favour. Well, you want me to pick Manly.
This strategy just makes me more and more confused because he mentioned a thing about home teams and fucking hell.
No, I'm not picking home teams or picking favourites. I
know.
I'm just saying it's a factor. Yeah, it's a factor.
It's something
strategy.
Stupid to do with like the team's colours or their mascot or something.
Yeah,
no,
yeah. A dragon would set fire to an eagle. So that's
obvious.
Well, unless a storm comes along, the storm could kill the dragon. So.
Yeah. What about when the dragons play the knights? Does the knights slay the dragon?
Depends which book you read, then, doesn't it?
Exactly. So notables in this one, Dylan Egan off the bench again, but he could be changed to the starting lineup like he was last week for his first 80-minute game. What a performance. Dylan, the Eagle Egan last week, scoring a late try as well. Unbelievable. What a guy. What a player. And a big, filthy, angry redhead as well. I love it. You love to see it.
The ins and outs.
The ins and outs are minimal.
Okay.
Yeah.
DCE's gotten over all his shit.
I'm looking at a basic 1 to 17 from what I can see here. Yeah, DCE is fine.
Obviously, Tom is MIA.
is out. Lehigh Hopewadi will be playing fullback.
Oh, stop a farty.
Stop a farty. Tommy Talau and Jason Saab will be on the wings. Cooler and Cola and Garrick.
What the fuck's he been doing?
Who?
Saab, has he got a try, or have I not been watching Manly games?
Jason Saab scored tries this year. Yeah, he's a hell of a player, mate.
Fucking oath
is he as fast as we think he is? Like, or was that just a 1 year thing? Like he scored a couple of runaways. Do you think we're ever going to have the sprint at grand final day again?
I swear I came up with that concept before I realised it was a thing, because we've always
it had happened. Yeah.
Like, who's the fastest? And that's, man, it pisses me off that they don't just go, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. The winner gets $10,000 for their charity. Or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Something, man, everyone would get on that. That's so cool. And then you could go, fuck, last year, Addo Carr won. I wonder if Saab will beat him this year. Well, not that Addo Carr will probably win anymore.
Yeah, but and then someone new comes along and you watch him play all year and you go, maybe him.
Like, Jimmy the Jet.
But it's hard for but imagine that like Jason Saab's playing in a grand final. Like he's not going to run in the sprint at half time, is he? Like, yeah.
Or Luke Brooks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or it's lucky they didn't do it back in the day because Jamie Soward was the fastest man over 40 metres.
But like, how interesting would it be to look back and go, fuck, Jimmy the Jet got
this
10
time.
seconds in 2011. How good was that?
Yeah.
No one's beaten that yet.
I'd like to see who could just get the fastest time.
And
but
you can speculate
Clubs probably have that data.
Who was Jimmy the Jet? Is it James Roberts?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, your mate.
Yeah, I met him.
Oh, that's right. You got in your Uber, didn't he?
Him and Jack Bird?
No, that was a different one. It was just him and a bunch of girls, and the girls were all over him, but by the end of the ride, they all hated him. And then after he got out, they apologized to me for him.
That's so funny.
Fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Well, I wonder what he's doing. He'd have to have a job somewhere doing something.
Oh, something.
He was a rock star. He was fucking huge.
Mate, tell me about it. Yeah, he was it.
That's crazy, He was the Reece Walsh back in the day.
He was
fast, and that was.
But he was, but he never. Not the same. He was never like a good boy, like so how people.
Actually, would you put Reece Walsh in the 100-meter?
No.
What about Pappenhausen?
Yeah, potentially.
Like with the explosive speed.
But he's going to be playing in the grand final, so he can't.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see it. Yeah, no, I'd put dudes with top end speed like your Cobbos and.
I wouldn't put Cobbo up there. I'd put Walsh over Cobbo for
the
sure.
Old Cobbo. Yeah, maybe Walsh. Yeah.
2023 Cobbo.
Mate, real top end speed. I don't know. Clubs have got the data. They know.
That'd be interesting.
Tedesco?
No.
He'll slip over.
No. No. He's good like acceleration and explosive, but no, he can't.
What about Terrell May?
No, mate.
He's had a lot of experience in running from Cox.
If you had a front rowers only race, I wouldn't mind backing Terrell May or Payne Haas or something. That'd be good. You should make them run in their positions. That'd be cool.
How funny would that be to have divisions like?
Yeah, front row, second row.
Oh, that'd be. Imagine big Georgie Rose.
That'd be fucking unreal.
You make
Georgie Rose, like they're gonna pick him.
I loved him. He was a character. Fuck, he was a character.
Yeah, you miss characters.
Of him. He's holding his medal and he's looking at it. The caption is this made of chocolate? Fucking pricks. I like George Rose.
The old internet, undefeated. Moving on. Good Friday. The day that our Lord and Saviour was put to death by the Romans. It's Bulldogs versus the Rabbitohs at a core stadium in Sydney. The Bulldogs $1.31, the Rabbitohs $3.46.
This is going to be the one. The one.
You think so?
But man, it's got to happen. They got to lose, and Bunnies aren't that bad.
They're not bad at all.
So
They're fine. And they're Wayne.
think the Rabbitohs are going to win, but I'm going to tip the Bulldogs. There you go.
Oh, come on.
No, but fuck, everyone's going to tip the Bulldogs. Except for maybe old mate Perso with his stupid strategy.
I don't know. Let's, you know what? I'm going to tip first before Perso does. Because I'll be taking the Bulldogs because I'm just so impressed. I think I went over this last week, but I am so impressed with the Doggies. Mate, that D, they could hold bunnies to a Zippo. And this is a team, you know, I'm talking about a team with Jai Gray, Jack Whiten, Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker. They're playing in the halves.
Alex Johnson.
Peter Mamazelis is very creative. They got try-scoring power. Campbell Graham is back. Isaiah Tass. There'll be no
on
Alex
paper,
Johnson this week.
Why is he not playing?
No.
Ah, loser. But on paper, it's hard to go against the Bunnies.
Where's he now? Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, not really. Not when you look at...
We got the Bulldogs.
Not when you look at the other paper. The other side of the paper where the Bulldogs are.
Burton's out. Kickout.
Yeah, I thought Kickout might get back this week, but not to
pretty
be.
Good without
but
him,
Matt Burton's back this week. He's been named at 5'8". Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. It'll be interesting.
King and Saluka Fafita are the props. Josh Curran named to start in the number 11. I kind of like when he comes off the bench, Curran, but
I like Curran. He looks like my neighbour.
Yeah, but you just can't not love Josh Curran. He's fucking unreal. Jacob Kiraz back for his second game. I tell you what, I'm a Kiraz fan. I'm a big Jacob Kiraz fan. I love that guy. I love the way he plays. If you're a Supercoach player, you know who Jacob Kiraz is, mate. He is all base and power. He's back from an injury last week. Yeah, he's pure power, mate. No tries last week, but they're coming.
Yeah.
$1.31 about the Bulldogs for the Rabbits. 3.46. Perso, what do you think?
I have Canterbury Bankstown.
Damn it.
Free spins. Ding, 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 ding. Nice. Had a slap the other night, boys.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
Tell you what, got spins in spins. Haven't had that for a while.
How'd that go for you?
It wasn't bad, actually, because it was down in New South Wales. I tend to do better down in God's country when I visit that place. It was only because I wanted to go and have a smoke. And I was like, where's the smoking area? They go, oh, you just sit out there in the gaming room. And as a Queensland resident, I was like, what? I can sit.
That's a bit of a trap, isn't it?
Am I allowed to have my drink out there? They're like, of course, sweetheart. Like some older lady in McLean in the club.
Yeah, you can smoke meth as long as you're gambling.
Basically, like, so sweet. Good small towns. I want to move down there. I fucking loved it.
Where was it?
McLean.
Can't he just say he's retired from the All Machines?
Yeah. No, he said he's retarded from
life. Retarded. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's all true. Nah, I'm...
Yeah.
Smoking's a fucking... Nah.
Oh, yeah. That was the first victim of your fucking punting 12 steps. Turn it up, mate. You're never going to stop. The next time we go to a pub, you're going to go straight in there. Happens every time. Yeah, I've heard this fucking story all the time.
To be fair, when was the last time I went to a pub with you?
Probably last year.
Where? Oh, I went to my birthday, probably.
Parkwood, your birthday, yeah. Did you have a slap?
Yeah, I had a win.
Yeah, there you go. See? All right. Still on Good Friday. This is so weird. That is 4:05 p.m., that Dogs game. And then really? It's not until 8 p.m. do we get
I don't like
another
that
game. That's weird.
That's terrible.
Well, no, you have dinner, go to mass. You know, you got to do your thing, man. Pay your respects.
Pray to the Easter Bunny.
You do, yeah.
The day the Easter Bunny came back to life.
Sacrificed himself so that
That's right. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Romans ate all his chocolates or something.
yeah, and then they hunted for eggs, and
Are
everybody
you
had a
guys, are you
good.
guys done with blaspheming?
Well, didn't they found all the eggs in the cave on Sunday? I think.
Yeah, and then something else happened Monday, which was pretty awesome. I'll get into that later. The Dolphins versus the Storm at 8 p.m. On Good Friday, the day that the Romans executed our dear and great Savior and Lord.
Shut up.
Well,
and they're paying $4.75, the Storm $1.19. Sorry,
it's probably appropriate that this is happening on Good Friday because I have to choose the Dolphins as much as I don't want to. I have to stick to the plan, and
That can be the best strategy.
I'm hoping for a miracle. So,
but they're looking, man. I reckon that they're paying way too much based on their form. Man, they look shit hot last week.
Storm were beaten by the Dragons at an earlier part of this season.
So logic goes the Storm. Well, you'd think the Storm would win this game. The Dolphins would lose this game based on last week. So
100%. Well, no, not 100%.
Not exactly, but yeah. But 50%. Yeah, I know what you mean. 50-50. Fucking hell. Every week. It's just awesome.
It's actually 50-50 that Dolphins or Storm will win the premiership. 50-50.
Well, it is. And you know what? I didn't win $70 million on Lotto last night. And
that's crazy for a 50-50.
Only 50-50 and I fucking missed out again.
Try again this
people on the Goldie won that.
Man, 15 people.
On the Gold Coast?
It was a syndicate of 15 people.
Oh. Fuck, yeah. 15 people had a 50-50 chance of winning and they won.
And they won it, yeah.
I'd be like, 14 of my colleagues just died suspiciously.
Yeah.
And now I'm left with everything.
I think something like that's happened where a syndicate won it and a lady was like, oh, yeah, no, but this ticket was just one I bought on the same day for myself.
I think that's
happened.
But I think that legitimately happened and it was everyone else had the shits with her. No, we want part of that. Like, no.
If you're holding the ticket, you can just cash it in and leave the country.
Yeah. Later.
Well, what would you do? Bad karma, do the right thing.
Bloody oath.
Spot on. Once you get to 70 million, I'm like, dude, 70, 35, like I'd sort of hope to share it by that point. Like that makes no difference to me. Fucking set the, whatever.
Fucking hell, man. Anyway. If I won 70, everyone that I've spoken to in the last 5 years would be pretty well looked after.
Yeah, they'd have a good year anyway.
Like 100, 200K. Fuck, so much money be given away.
This podcast would get more popular based on the money that you pump into it.
Yeah. It's
Thanks, Carney.
Well-funded.
I'd say a lot more interesting stuff because I wouldn't be very sober.
Yeah. And you'd be able to pump up my prime ministerial campaign for the next election.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well. I'm going to be taking the Storm in that one. So no matter what, you can't do free spins. It's 1-1, Carney, and it's on you.
Well, I think the Dolphins are going to win, but I'm going to tip the Storm. I'd love it.
You don't think the Dolphins are going to
win? I don't even think the Dolphins are going to win.
I said it.
You've said it now.
I'd love to, man. That'd be the best. That'd be the best win Dolphins have ever had. If they knock the Storm over this season.
It could be. Yeah, it could
be. Look what's been happening.
Let's go, Hammer. Fins up.
Bloody
I reckon the best win they ever had was the first game they ever played, man.
Didn't they play Broncos?
Roosters.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it was a very, very, very big deal. Nobody gave them a chance. And they were Wayne Bennett influenced, and then at the end of it, everyone went, we should have known. And then they won the following week as well. Man,
and that was it. That was the end of their season.
And then that was it for a little while. Yeah, cheers, Perso. Yeah, that was it for a little while. So we're Dolphins Storm there. And then we move on to Easter Saturday. The Warriors versus the Broncos at Go Media Stadium in Auckland.
Shut up, man.
The Warriors $3.04. The Broncos $1.38. Stop telling me shut up, cunt. What do you reckon?
Man, I think the Warriors are going to win, but I'm going to tip Broncos. Man, it's the same. Fuck, it just does my head in. The Broncos, look, they should be better than what they are, and it pisses me off. Warriors look like fucking shit, but then like
turn it up.
They got to bounce. Well, give them credit in the second half. They didn't. They won the second half. So
I know.
And
but it was also Storm. It's surely given a little pass for just for it being Storm. Like
class pass.
Far out. Yeah, the class pass. Yeah.
No, I actually genuinely. I mean, I'm obviously going to be biased and tip Broncos if I have to pick, but I think that's a tougher one than you probably realise. Well, we'll see how the game plays out. But I
can't wait. Yeah, Perso?
This is probably my most difficult pick out of this round.
Do you want me to pick Warrior?
No, definitely not. Originally I was going to say Broncos, but after some more thinking about it, I'm going to go Warriors. But I don't like it. I don't like that pick. That's my least favorite pick of the week.
That's not a bad tip at all. No,
let's see.
You know what? I'm going to write next to it because I look back at these when we record the following week. I'm going to put a little NC underneath for no confidence. I don't know if I'm going to understand that next week, but that's what that means. Ace, my name is there and I've written nothing below it. I'll be taking the Broncos. You know what? I have to give myself a little bit of an uppercut here because I think I've taken all favourites as well.
What a loser.
I'm a little bit of a carny. I've got a bit of the carnies about me.
It's a terrible strategy.
Yeah, it's a bad strategy, and I'm very much questioning myself. But we have a very interesting one to follow that up. Still on Saturday. Only 2 games for Saturday. But we got the Roosters at $2.22 versus the Panthers at $1.66 at Allianz Stadium in Sydney.
That's a good game. Haven't they already played?
Man. Yeah, remember Roosters were $11 and
it's round 7. They're already playing the same teams.
Well, you've already fucking played the Roosters too, mate.
When?
Twice this season. Last week in round 1.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, remember you just put 50 on them the first round and then
we should have just carried over some of those points.
I think that's what you tried to do.
Ugh, I need a lot of them.
Therein lies the problem. Roosters are better now. They're much more settled looking side.
Based on everything we've seen this season, the Roosters are going to win, right?
Right.
How hard is it to tip against Panthers?
And the Panthers are $1.66. Why is this happening? At what point are we going to start to believe our own eyes?
Yeah,
it's crazy. If the bookies want to lose money, that's on them.
Yeah, okay. So I have to take from what you're saying, Perso, that you're on the Roosters on this one.
I've got the Panthers.
Fuck me. Fuck your all. This is so funny. Oh, man. At the end of the year, we're going to go, all right, what was this strategy? He's going to go, I don't fucking know.
Just the colours.
Black's heaps darker than blue and red.
It's just like, if the colours had to have a fight, who would win?
Who would win out of those colours?
Well, they're playing at Roosters' home ground, and the trajectory of Venus correlates with the orbit of the moon. So
this could be true.
It's nothing like that, don't worry.
Gravity.
Okay. It's no flat Earth shit.
No, I just add up. I just calculate the weight of the entire teams and go with the lighter team.
It could be that, but I don't know. You're
What do the
saying
heavier teams
shit
fatigue?
that I don't understand. Maybe that is true.
Well, theoretically, the lighter team would be able to get away and run better, but the heavier team would be able to keep the lighter team down. This is just stupid. This is not my strategy.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds like you
Panthers.
talked yourself into a bit of a corner.
It was fun to hear that though.
I'm going Panthers.
Oh, you're going Panthers too.
I just can't. Like, it's stupid. I can't tip against them, and I'm probably going to do it all season. I know.
Well, they're going to be but I thought this last week as well. I was like, yeah, but this week they're going to be hanging for a win. They just have to win.
I've been saying that for about a month and a half.
They just have to find a way.
Well, the Roosters are at 15th, Panthers are at 16th, so it's really anyone's game, that one.
But the Roosters looked so good last week.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Give me the Panthers. I'll have them. I'll take them. No one wants them, even though we've all got them. Ding, ding, ding. Free spins, boys. That's double free spins. Spins in spins. We did what I did. Easter Sunday at 2 p.m. Seabus Super Stadium on the sunny Gold Coast.
I don't even need to know who they're playing. I'm not tipping them.
Titans $2.10 versus the Raiders $1.75. But you think the Titans will win?
No, that's what I'm calling.
Okay.
Far out.
I'll put a big C next to that for because you're a cunt.
I would tip the Raiders.
You're tipping them and you think they'll win, so you're even going against your thing.
What's the odds?
$2.10, $1.75. It's not too bad. This is winnable for Titans. Money. I might go
to the game
2:00 on a Sunday afternoon. I wonder what I'm doing. I might
that'd
go.
actually be a good one to go to, eh?
Oh,
no.
What?
It's sort of in the middle of you and I.
Hey, what date is that game on?
That's interesting.
This Sunday, the 20th of April.
Oh no, that's fucking.
Oh really?
That's my wife.
Oh, that's
really?
That's a birthday. That's a birthday of note for the monthly show. That's a birthday.
Too bad the Broncos are playing the day before. I wish I were playing on the Sunday.
So no, I might have to give that one a miss. Fellas.
So that's Bess's birthday as well. So we cannot be.
Oh, we got so much shit on. I got young kids. We got Easter egg hunts and all sorts of crap. That's the day Easter Bunny came back to life. The Romans got all the chocolate out of the cave.
I'm going to. A nice location here on the Gold Coast. Parklands with some family and friends and doing an Easter egg hunt for the Chitlins. It should be good. So I probably won't be going to that game. But that would be nice.
It would have been a good one.
Yeah. You got Titans, Perso.
Yep.
Got it.
They're so disappointing.
Oh, I'm going to go the Raiders. But I don't think it's a crazy tip for you, Perso.
Well,
I quite like it.
Again, unfortunately, this is another difficult one. I do think the Raiders are going to win, but my strategy
the Raiders
says
are going
Titans.
to comfortably win. Raiders look so good.
Yeah, they're sharp. But they've been up and down as well.
It's number 4, fourth on the ladder versus 11.
Oh, so this is all right. I think the ladder's got a bit to do with this.
Well, what do you do in round 1? He didn't tip in round 1, did you? We're on to you, cunt.
Wait till we get... Yeah, what are you going to do next year? This is interesting. Sunday the 20th at 4:05 p.m. The Knights featuring Tyson Gamble at $3.30 versus the Sharks at $1.34.
Jeez, that is the biggest no-brainer of the season.
But Knights for you, mate? Gamble?
You get consistent no-brainers. Just whoever the Knights play, just tip them.
I mean, God.
You watch them come out and win now. I think they're going
to win.
I
was about to say don't get me started, but I think I already got started on the review of the Knights game.
Far out.
Yeah. So Will Kennedy, I feel like he had his
He looks sick.
yeah, he's one of his really, really good games for the season. He
Will
tends to have
Kennedy
like
is-
4 or 5 awesome games a season. 2 of them he
Man.
saves for the Dragons, and then
He's one of them players when a bomb goes up, I don't feel the slightest bit of secondhand anxiety. Like, I know.
you know what?
Has he ever dropped a bomb? That's a good
Oh
stat.
man, yeah, plenty. Yeah.
No, he
yeah,
hasn't.
he does. But it's the same as like I feel the same with Gutho. Like
Just like
I never used to have that with Sloan. You know, I'd always be like, oh god, a bomb. You know, but now that Gutho's back there, I'm like, okay, yep, Gutho will defuse this one way or another. Yeah, it's
Just,
fucking awesome.
just
It
letting you
must
know
be a
we
nice
got,
feeling as a Sharks fan.
Just letting you know, we got 5 minutes left, so we'll wrap up these last couple games.
Cool.
Yeah, we're on the last 2. We can grab your tip there, Perso, straight away. We've got $3.30 the Knights versus Sharks 134.
I would like you guys to tip first in this game.
I am going to be taking the Sharks, mate.
Yep, I'll second that.
Yeah, I don't like this, but I got to pick the Knights, and I don't feel really good about this round, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Knights.
Mate, if this round goes well for you, it's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Not for me.
This pod's over.
The friendship's over. Fuck the pod.
The NRL is going to go out of business. They're just going to dissolve.
I turned a few games off last week. Probably doesn't surprise you. Fuck this. Go do something else.
It's getting hard, man. It's hard for me to watch all them games. It's fucking the kids make it hard too. But whatever, we persist. I power through. I do everything I possibly can. We're going to move right on to Easter Monday, Resurrection Day, when our Lord and Saviour confronted his disciples and told them everything that was going on. It's the Tigers versus the at $1.72 versus the Parramatta Eels at $2.
Will the Eels be resurrected?
Or
fuck, that's tough, man.
Well, I'll tell you an interesting one about Easter Monday with the Parramatta Eels. It is the return of Moses.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to.
That's serendipitous. That is an omen, if I've ever heard one.
But they've not just the Moses thing. They've got to win, and if they get a win,
it's going to
be against someone.
It was disgusting.
Terrible.
Shut up.
They're terrible.
They
did win last week.
They only beat magnificent teams, mate.
by a point. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a chance.
Good on ya.
I'm gonna go Para.
Good on you, Carney. I really like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're pressing me, are you?
That's right. No, I'll go Tigers.
No, you're right. Oh, you got Tigers. Okay. Okay.
We've got a very different card, you and me. This round.
Perso.
Nice one, bro.
Round 7. Oh man, I'm very torn. I tell you what, I really liked what I saw from Isaiah Iongi last week. Even though they're struggling, they got Kitty Katonga coming back to start this week.
Kitty?
Yeah, so they've got they've left out Ryan Madison and Josh Papali.
His name's Kitty?
Joash Papali. Sorry. Yeah, no, Kitoni.
Oh, gotcha.
Katonga. And I tell you who I love, Jermaine Hopgood. I've been singing his praises for years.
Why don't you marry him?
I heard someone else talk about him years and years ago, sort of even before he debuted, and he was about to come on the scene, and they were saying, mate, you got to keep an eye out for this guy. So I sort of did, and I just can't help myself. I just fucking love this guy. I love his work rate. I love everything about him. You know what? Oh, I'm going to go Para. I think the Galvin drama is going to cause a little bit more of a
massive.
Yeah, a little bit more of a stir than we think.
Is he playing?
No, he's not playing. They've dropped him down to New South Wales Cup. He's still contracted there.
Wild, man.
And he's still contracted there till 2027, so he's just got to languish for a year in New South Wales Cup. I can't see him getting offered more than $1 million a year after that. When the Tigers offered him $1 million a year over 5 years. So yeah, I think that's going to cause a bit of drama down there, especially the way they're bullying him on social media. Fucking hell.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to take the Bronco by the horns and wait, Broncos, do they have horns? No, they don't. I'm
gonna Stags does. I've seen that video.
I'm gonna take the
a
Bronco
stag
by
has
the
horns.
by the schlong and end this now because well,
Perfect
we did make 90 minutes and I have to go move house unfortunately. So
we
did make 90 minutes finally. So thanks a lot, boys. See you next week.
Well done. See you next week.